Hello guys, welcome back to ESENtaxa. Andrea Papito here, and today I'm going to show you a specific use case scenario. If you're in this channel, ESENtaxa talks about how to optimize your taxes when you want to move to Italy, if you want to relocate in this country. We try to understand what is your best tax regime, and we basically guarantee you a reduction of taxes by 50, 60, 70%. Sometimes we manage also to squeeze the taxes of our client down to zero. Now, we cover also Portugal, Belgium, and Albania. And we are the #1 channel on Italian tax strategy in long term. So we also planify your life in Italy from the tax point of view, of course, in a long term. In this specific video, I would like to show you what we do when we help our client, what exactly is the steps that we take into account, what kind of numbers we try to reduce. Okay? Of course, if you see some concept, if you see that you don't understand some concept that I'm going to explain in this video, you will have all the reference link in the description below this video. And so don't worry about it, because you can rewatch this video after having learned about this concept. Now, in this specific video, I'm going to show you how we can reach sort of almost 0% taxes, with 200,000 euro as income, as profit, I would say. This is a scenario where you are a self-employed, you are a general consultant, and your profit is 200,000. So this is not an employee situation, it's not a passive income situation, it's not other type of income. This is a specific case of self-employed freelancer as Italian tax resident. So it's a simulation basically. If you move in the south of Italy and you are eligible for the inpatrate regime, this amount of money becomes 20,000 euro. So this is the first huge, big tax discount. Of course, 90% of your income is completely tax-free, so it's entirely in your pocket. And thanks to the latest clarification of INPS, what is INPS? Is the Italian National Social Security Institution. We apply this calculation for the Social Security on 20,000 euro and not anymore on 200,000 euro, okay? And how much is this Social Security? So this INPS calculation, how much is it? In the worst case scenario, it's 26% of this 20,000 euro, okay? So I just put here the numbers, I already made a calculation for you guys. So it's 5,200 euro that you have to pay per year, okay? If, of course, you are keeping more or less the same revenue, the same profit, I would say. And then this is the same amount that will be used also for taxable purposes. So we calculate the taxes on 20,000, not on 200,000. And this will go to the RPF taxation, okay? RPF taxation in Italy, which is the taxation on individuals. So the taxation that will be applied when you become Italian tax resident. And this taxation is made in brackets. So it starts from 23% with the lower income, and it goes up to 43% with the highest income. Of course, applying this tax bracket system of 20,000, the final calculation is 4,700 euro. So you can see it's a huge tax discount. But of course, we do not stop here. We help our clients to move forward, to reduce still this amount of money. Okay? How do we do that? First of all, by default, from the second year onward, so this happens in the first year, but from the second year onwards, the INPS is deductible against the 20,000. So after, if we have 5,200 euro as a maximum possible amount of INPS to pay, the second year onward, the RPF won't be calculated anymore on 20,000, but will be calculated on 14,000. So if we subtract 20,000 euro with 5,200 euro, we have 14,800 euro. And this amount of money will be parked now on the RPF taxation. So you're not going to pay anymore 4,700, but you're going to pay something about 3,600 euro per year as taxes. You see, it's already a minimal amount of tax to pay, over 200,000. But on top of this, we can even squeeze this number down. How do we do that? In Italy exists something that is called detrazioni. It's a concept that in a lot of countries is not present. So detrazioni, it's a list of elements that you can use to reduce your tax to pay. It's a deduction after the calculation of your tax that you theoretically are supposed to pay, okay? Which is now 3,600 euro. What are those detrazioni? Which in English we can more or less translate them like detraction or simply deduction after tax to pay. First, is the most classical one. Principal home rent. Okay, so if you move to Italy, you will most likely either you purchase a property or you're looking for a rent. Okay, you set your primary residence there. Of course, you have to do it. Okay, so automatically you will be entitled to receive for the rent primary home PH here. We can have a deduction starting from 150 euro up to 300 euro per year. Okay, and this amount of money will be subtracted to this. Another thing, it's your wife at your charge. Your wife, maybe she doesn't work and she's at your charge, and because of this the Italian state give you up to 700 euro per year. Same thing if you have childs which are minor 21 years old. Okay, so child's minor 21 years old. Okay, and this is up to 950 euro. You see? What else? Medical expenses. This is a classical one. In Italy, you can detract all the medical expenses at the pharmacy, even the glasses can be used as a detrazioni. Of course, there is a percentage. So the famous 19% expenses on any kind of medical expenses, the 19% of it will be detractable. Okay. Statistically, a family composed by 3 persons, and if the only person that works maintains also his wife and child, he can also deduct the detrazione of the wife's detrazioni and the child's detrazioni as well. So statistically, you can reach 400 euro in detrazioni. It's a complex calculation. We can do it for you in our consultancy service, but now for the sake of this video, we're going a little bit faster. And statistically, we can have a 400 euro per year for a family composed by 3 persons. So if you sum up all this detrazioni list, we can have a total of 2,350 euro. And we have to subtract this number against this 3,600. What remains, it's 1,250 in Europe to pay, and this amount of money, over 200,000 euro, because we start from this number at the beginning, it's a tax pressure which is lower than zero. It's almost 0.5%, more or less, so 0.6%. Okay? This is the tax pressure that you're going to have in Italy if you had a consultancy service with ESENtaxa, because we do not stop with the classical tax regime, but we move forward. We try to understand from your personal situation what are the list of detrazioni for this specific case study, of course, and how you can squeeze more these taxes. There are a lot of other cases in which you can simply reach this amount of money. You can reach zero tax to pay, simply because instead of having the classical detrazioni, you have a lot of other expenses that you were not aware of that you could use against the taxes as a detrazioni. For example, one of the most biggest detrazioni you can have is the amount of money that you can receive back from the refurbishing of your home, for example, or for other kind of similar things, such as purchasing new furniture for your home, or purchasing the householding instrument with the energetic level as A+. This is also things that in Europe is quite important. So all these elements allows you to have a bigger number in detrazioni and subtract this number against your taxes, the remaining tax to pay after having applied the inpatrate regime. So here in this use case, we show you how to combine multiple tax benefits, multiple things, and have a big tax strategy that allows you to live in Italy basically tax-free. Detrazioni works only when you have something to pay, of course, because it's subtraction against taxes. If your taxes are already down to zero, make no sense to deal with detrazioni. So you see, it's also something that has to be taken into consideration. And this is what we do in our consultancy services. In the description below the video, you will have our email contact, info@esentaxa.com, if you want to know more about these tax strategies. Moreover, you can have a link in which you can reserve a 50-minute call with us, but you can use this call as a time to spend with us and understand more in details your situation, and then we can guide you through our services. We can suggest you, we can consult you which kind of services is more suitable for you. This is a free call if you want to go for this direction. Instead, if you want to exploit this call just for quick tax questions, there is just a small fee to pay. because of course we receive a lot of people just asking us quick tax question, which is not a good way. We do not recommend to go in this direction, but of course you're free to do what you want. So if you want to have a very quick tax questions, you can use this code 15 minutes in the description below the video. I hope you like this content. And if you want to more content like this one, just subscribe to the channel, notification bell, and like button. This will help us grow and release more and more content and give you more value like this one. Thank you, and see you in the next video.